What's up, friends? Welcome back to 93 Quarters. I'm Carissa for those of you who are new here, and I'm so happy that you're all here because today we have a very special and exciting video that I took a while to put together, but I'm very excited to bring it to you because, as you all know, I'm a super huge Potterhead. In celebration of the 20-year anniversary for the release of the very first Harry Potter movie, I wanted to put together a pick your Hogwarts house pick your Hogwarts house reading. And so that is what I did, and this is all like a pure oracle card reading only, based on what do you need to know. And this is going to be totally timeless, so whenever you see this is whenever you really need to hear it. And also, if you do not know your Hogwarts house, I'm going to go ahead and drop a link down below where you can go ahead and get sorted for totally free. You just answer a few questions and you're going to go ahead and get sorted into your house. If you rather not do that, you can go ahead and pick based on the card that you feel drawn to or the bracelet you feel drawn to and do it that way. Or you can go ahead and pick based on the house element, which I will go through very shortly. But yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Based on the reading, we are going to do it as classes, and our guides are going to act as the professors. So we have Transfiguration class led by Professor McGonagall. We have Potions class led by Professor Snape. Then we have Herbology led by Professor Sprout. Defense Against the Dark Arts, which we had multiple professors come through. Divination by Professor Trelawney, and Charms by Professor Flitwick. And of course, we had closing messages from Professor Dumbledore. So I hope you guys really like this reading. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get into your groups, your houses, if you will. Starting off with Hufflepuff. Hufflepuff is right here. Here's your card, and here's your bracelet. So Hufflepuff's house colors are, of course, yellow, or their primary house color is yellow, and basically they're known for dedication, patience, and loyalty. This bracelet is a Citrine bracelet. Oops, totally dropped it. And their house element is earth, if you want to choose by that. So if you are an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. However, you don't have to be that sign to be in Hufflepuff. So keep that in mind. And that's just if you'd rather choose by house element. And then we have house number 2, which is Slytherin. Ambitious, cunning, and leader. Well, their leadership is another quality. They're represented by green Aventurine. And their house element is water. So if you want to choose based on that, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Again, you don't have to be those signs at all. But if that is how you prefer to choose your house. So that was Slytherin. And house number 3, we have Gryffindor. It says don't lose courage on the card, but Gryffindors are actually known for bravery, being daring, and their nerve and chivalry. And they're represented by Carnelian. And Gryffindor's house element is actually fire. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Again, you don't have to be those elements to be in that house. But that is just the house element. And house number 4, Ravenclaw. Wisdom, wit, creativity. And they have Kyanite. And their house element is air. So that would be Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. Again, you don't have to be those signs to choose this. That is just their house element if you want to choose based on that. So With that being said, you can totally choose more than one house. You can choose all of them. This isn't like based on one thing or another. This is just based on what you really need to hear. And fun fact, I'm actually sorted in 2 houses. I'm a Gryffindor Ravenclaw. So go ahead and choose whichever you feel drawn to. If you feel drawn to more than one, go ahead and listen to multiple. You may have messages in multiple. And yeah, I will see you in your reading. Hello, Hufflepuffs. My people who chose Hufflepuff and the Citrine bracelet, welcome to your reading. I'm going to go ahead and pop your card and bracelet right over here so that you can still see it. And I'm really excited to bring you this reading. So I have your pre-shuffled oracle cards right here because we had to save ourselves quite a bit of time by doing this because I have a ton of oracle cards here. Now, we're going to start off this reading with Transfiguration class. So, from Professor McGonagall, what does she have to say here? We have Bobcat Spirit number 8. Life is a mystery. You actually have 4. I meant to pick only 3 from each class. Number 37, Lion Spirit, be generous of spirit. And number 10, Buffalo Spirit, the abundant universe will provide. And number 49, Rabbit Spirit, now is a lucky time. So Professor McGonagall is coming through really strong, and she wants to tell you that you have a lot of things coming your way. First off, I love how you have 2 cats here because Professor McGonagall, if you don't know, transfigures to a cat, of course. And we have 2 cats here coming through. So she's coming through really strong to tell you that you have so many things going for you, my Hufflepuffs. And while you may not know what's coming, because we have life is a mystery here, and I feel like we are a little bit weary about like, well, like you want to know what's going on. You want to know what's next. You want to know, like there's this intense feeling of like you're looking to the future. You're looking to the future, and it's kind of like pay attention to right now and focus on right now, because part of the journey is understanding that life is a mystery. And so I'm hearing just appreciate like what's happening right now and understand, see like now is a lucky time. Be generous of spirit and understand that what is happening right now, don't worry, because the universe and spirit will provide. The universe and your spirit guides are going to bring you everything that you need as long as you keep working toward what it is that you're working toward, because we have 2 10s here. That's crazy. 37 condenses to 10, and of course you have 10. So that means we're completing a cycle here. We are completing something, we're attaining a goal, and 8 is also a number of abundance and also action. So keep taking that action towards these goals and doing the damn thing. That's what I'm hearing. And then 49 condenses to 13, which is very lucky. Obviously, Rabbit says now is a lucky time. So you do have luck on your side. So regardless of what it is that you're doing, when you feel like a roadblock pops up or like you hit a speed bump, don't worry about it. I'm hearing like you have like all of these strong animals here. Like, look at this. Bobcat, lion, buffalo. These are all very strong animals, fierce animals. And you're one lucky rabbit here to keep you like, oh, got it. Oh, got it. Like speeding through, making sure like they pick up all the little pebbles to move out of your way so that you don't trip while you're running through these obstacles here. And Professor McGonagall's like, don't worry about it. Stop thinking about all the things that can go wrong, because the more you think about the things that can go wrong, they will. Focus on all the things that can go right. Be generous of spirit. Be generous and think about how good things can go, because then they will go. You know, they will go good. don't be pessimistic, be optimistic. That's what you have to do. Like, stop being so glass half empty. You need to be glass full. This is not the time to be a Debbie Downer. We need to be positive, and not toxic positivity either. That's never good. But what I'm saying is that when it comes to attracting what it is that we want and manifesting what we want, we can't think of all the things that are going wrong, or we can't think of all the things we don't want, because we're basically attracting the things that we don't want by thinking about what we don't want, right? We need to focus on the things that we want. That's what Professor McGonagall is saying. She's like, snap out of it. Snap out of it. And another thing I'm seeing is like, while we do need to pay attention to now and focus on taking action now, look forward and not backwards at all the things that went wrong. Look forward to the future. Stop focusing on all the spilled glasses of milk. All the spilled potion bottles. That's what I'm hearing. We're going to move on to Professor Snape with potions. Now, Professor Snape with potions here. We have the Witch. Number 43. Grab hold, allow the dwelling fire within belly awaken all that is. A mere glimpse, a delicate pull at the very roots living in the alchemy of self. I'll put that here. Bat, number 6. Invoke thy power and fear not the hidden. What lurks is coming with underlying change. Ooh. Sounds good. Rooted. May you never tear, what does that say? May you never tear the living ritual that is magic merged within the roots of your being, the soil of your soul. Wow. So of course I picked those because it's very Professor Snape vibes, right? I'm going to go ahead and move these here for now, and then I'll move them thereafter so that we can focus on these from Professor Snape. You have a lot of synchronicities in your reading if you didn't notice. 43 and 34 condensed to 7, and they're actually 40. They switch. Does that make sense? They reverse each other also. So 7 is a number of like reflection and spirituality and really discovering things, right? And while Witch talks about an awakening and glimpsing into yourself and really like, actually these cards are very well related when I look at them. While one is very flourished, right? See, one is very empty for one, because look how bare the trees are, and one is very like everything is flourishing, okay? And one is talking about allow the dwelling fire within belly awaken all that is, right? And then this other one talks about may you never tear the living ritual that is magic merged within the roots of your being. Okay, and then here, a delicate pull at the very roots living in the alchemy of self. These roots here are within you and they're coming out here. So you're going from rooted to witch. You're rooting yourself and you're coming out. Even this one. 6 is a number about adjusting and harmony. Invoke thy power and fear not the hidden. What lurks is coming with underlying change. And I feel like a lot of you are like this. We're looking to the future, and we're, like I talked about earlier, we're worried about all the things that could go wrong, right? We're worried about all of these things that are coming and could go wrong. Like, this is a very ominous looking card, and this card is calling you to really step into your power and do not fear what is coming, because all the things that you've gone through have leveled you up to be able to handle whatever curveballs are thrown at you, where you can like you can swerve. You can swerve and miss them. You can catch these balls that are thrown at you and no problem. You're leveling up. That's what I'm hearing. You're leveling up. And then with these 34 rooted and witch, because you've leveled up, you found these new parts of you these new parts of you, and you're really like looking back at all the things that have made you who you are. And at one point you may have felt so empty inside and like, what is happening in my life and where is all of this going? And I think at like one point you might have felt like, oh, I'm doing all of this work and nothing is coming from it. What's going on? And you at one point probably wanted to rip everything out of the ground and give up and start again, or just move on to something else. It says, may you never tear the living ritual that is magic merged within the roots of your being, the soil of your soul. And that makes me think of like you planted something in the ground. It wasn't growing as quickly as you hoped, or wasn't going the way you hoped, and you were ready to dig it all up and start again. And this is saying, don't give up. Don't give up, because here we go. Boom, baby. Grab hold. Allow the dwelling fire within belly. Awaken all that is. All of this flourishing is coming out of you soon. A mere glimpse, a delicate pull at the very roots. Roots here. Living in the alchemy of self. It's in you. And it's coming out very soon. And even when you think about Professor Snape, if you're not a fan of the movie, you might not understand what I'm talking about, but Professor Snape held the biggest, deepest, darkest secret of the entire series. And if you've never seen the movies or read the books, I'm probably going to ruin this for you, but he basically had the biggest secret of all, and he hid it so, so well. And he never once gave up. He never once wavered from what he was doing, and he had so many things going against him, so many things that could have came for him with this secret that he was holding, and this protection that he had to have over Harry, and because he loved Harry's mom. And when we think about like how he is and the type of person Professor Snape is, he worked so hard at keeping that front up, keeping that facade, and in the end it was worth it, because what he did was to have the culmination of his work come to fruition, and that is what basically this is. That's what I'm getting. I might not make sense to a lot of you, but hopefully that example kind of makes sense to you. And basically the gist of it is, don't give up, because you went through a lot of shit to get to where you are. You went through a lot of shit to feel like you were at the lowest of lows, and you are so close. You're at the cusp of going to somewhere. And if Professor Snape can do it, why can't you do it? You know, he had the most evil wizard of all time on his back, and he could do it, you could do it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Okay, I'm gonna stop now. We have herbology next with Professor Sprout, so let's see what she says. We have fertility number 29 with the watermelon. I'm gonna move these on the side. We're gonna keep this pretty empty here. Okay, we have number 29, fertility with watermelon. We also have the Leo symbol here, but this is actually a water plant card, because watermelon, duh. But so Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces might be significant people coming into your life or in your life right now. Or it might be you as well. Number 27, duality with the banana, and this is actually has Cancer significance. So again, heavy water heavy water relevance, in case someone is a Cancer, has Cancer placements, it might be relevant to you. And then we have grounding the potato, number 5. This also has moon and sun energy. This is also this is a water card, sorry. This is also an earth card, which is Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. So yeah, what am I seeing here? Professor Sprout So for those of you who watched the movie, I love Professor Sprout. She's amazing. She gives me like that, I don't know why, she gives me grandma vibes. Um, I imagine she'd be a good cook, not because she's an herbologist. Maybe because she's an herbologist. I might say that in every pile. Talking to myself. Sorry. Not really. Okay. Professor Sprout wants to tell you here, my Hufflepuff friends. What did I tell you about abundance? Because that's basically what she's reiterating here. Same with Professor Snape here and Professor McGonagall. Just in different ways, or just adding, I guess, adding layers to the message here. And we're gonna let's start with the potato here, with grounding, with the moon and sun energy here. You're very balanced in terms of divine feminine and masculine energies, and that's whether or not you, whatever gender you identify as or non-gender specific, your energies are very balanced. And if they are not right now, there's Professor Sprout wants you, or your guide wants you, to get some grounding done. Okay, this is about like taking a deeper look at yourself or at the situation when it comes to attaining the goal that you are manifesting here. And when you take a look at yourself or the situation that you're trying to attain here, we're trying to accomplish, when we take a deeper look and we start to ground ourselves, we kind of can see like maybe we missed something. And when we ground ourselves, this is also a reminder to not be so self-centered and to be more focused and compassionate toward other people. Because yes, we are focused on our goal. Yes, we are trying to attain something really big here. Obviously, it's really big here. Being that I feel like this is like big energy. Whatever it is we're manifesting or chasing after, this could be something for school, this could be something for work, this could be something for love. Literally, because this is a general reading, it could be like it could be for any of those things, right? And or maybe all of them, really. And so with the number 5 here, 5 is also a number about challenges and conflicts and resistance. Okay, so we need to really stop resisting and know that when we stop resisting these things and we really just go with the flow, okay, we're going to be able to really understand more if we listen to others. Not necessarily like listen in the sense that you have to follow what they say, but listen so that we can be a little more compassionate. Listen so that we can open our perspective up. And maybe we missed something that we didn't see before. And maybe we can get better ideas in order to overcome certain things, certain challenges that have been extra challenging. I know that sounds really repetitive, but extra challenging, and that could be easier in terms of what we're trying to get over here. And it's really cool because potatoes are actually a root vegetable, and they're actually grown in the dirt, in the ground, and we have rooted here as well. So you're really just in, it's really talking a lot about being grounded and rooted in the ground. And while we that makes me think of like that this spirit is showing me this metaphor where a lot of times people don't realize like how much it takes in order for a flower to bloom out of the ground, how much abuse it takes. I think that's what the word was in the quote, where you get thrown in the dirt and buried with soil, and you get plowed and water, things like that. And it takes a lot of a beating, basically, before you actually sprout up out of it. And you have to like really work out of it, out of the dirt, in order to come out and bloom as a flower. And that's what Spirit is showing me in my head, like the life cycle of a flower. And that's you. It takes a lot of hard work before the flower actually comes out of the dirt and blooms. But when it does, it's so worth it. Moving on to duality. It's also another thing. It's really cool. It's also another thing talking about this sun and moon here, where it's about balance, right? Duality is about balancing shadow and light, which is the sun and moon here as well. Shadow and light is about also looking at the bigger picture and really just, you know, we're ripe. This is about being a ripe banana, you know. We have to kind of wait for it. And if you wait too long to eat the banana, it's overripe, right? You have to be just right. I don't know if that makes sense in anybody's head. But yellow is making me think of the solar plexus chakra. So that is about determination and strength and wisdom, right? And so when it comes to duality and balancing our shadow and light, it's about taking a lot of inner strength and wisdom to really look at our shadow selves and being comfortable with facing that and being like, okay, I see you and I'm okay with that. And like coming to terms with that and understanding that we need to have shadow in order to have light, and balancing those two and accepting it and accepting all of ourselves in order for us to really grow as people and grow spiritually. And so moving on to fertility here, as we grow with fertility here, even with this potion bottle on this bottom corner here, it makes me think of alchemy, right? Potions. And basically what it is alchemy is about mixing things together in order to make something new. You are the creator of your own, right? And so Professor Sprout is here just to tell you, like, you are embodying this Leo energy, and Leos are my confident people, right? And not to say that no one else is confident. That's just what I automatically think of with Leo energy. And basically, we have the ability to embody this confidence and make whatever we want. We have the ability to alchemize whatever life we want, right? Manifest whatever we want and take the actions in order to make this come through. And this card, fertility, talks about you reap what you sow, right? Align with your authentic self and really just take action towards what it is that you want. Take action, as your previous professors have said already, and really reap what you sow, because that's what's happening. Balance the shadow and light aspect that we have been probably battling with ourselves for quite some time. I feel like there's been like this inner battle of like, you have to pick one or the other, and you really don't. You have to love all of you in order to really flourish, in order to really in order to really blossom. You have to really accept all of yourself, and that is what I'm hearing. So moving on to defense against the dark arts. That's what this one is. I'm so sorry. Moving on to defense against the dark arts. This particular one, we have number 11, passion. Rise, passion, rise up high. Inflame my purpose, reach the sky. We have number 22, safe travel. Keep me safe and let me roam. Far away, but bring me home. And we also have 2 master numbers here. That's crazy. And number 7, wisdom. On a Wednesday with a waxing moon, let wisdom come and be renewed. I keep making these wrong. I like them in order though. Okay. Also want to note 2 master numbers plus 7 is a very divine number, spiritual number. 7 chakras, at least the main ones, right? So starting with number 7, wisdom is about, like, obviously owls are so prominent in Harry Potter, right? Hedwig energy. And so wisdom, we have definitely Hedwig energy here, and that's making me think of Edwig and Errol. Owl energy in general for Harry Potter is just incredible, and it makes me want a pet owl. I just love owls. Very wise creatures, of course. And this card is about being open to really seeing and having a greater understanding of your choices and knowing that you have these choices, right? So this is like 7 of Cups energy as well. Having opportunities presented to you and knowing that you actually do have choices available to you, whether or not you see them. And sometimes it takes taking a step back to understand that you do have a choice. And sometimes your choice is to say no to something or to not do something. You don't have to say yes to everything. Just because a door opens doesn't mean another door will not open if you don't go through that door. You know, sometimes we're so eager to say yes to the very first opportunity that presents itself to us that, you know, it may not be the right opportunity, but we're so eager for progress that we take the first one that pops up as soon as it does, because we've been working so hard to move forward. And I understand that it's very exciting, right, to be presented this opportunity, whether it's in love or career or school. But know that if it doesn't align with you, if it doesn't feel right or true to you and what you really want, if it doesn't align with your passion, okay, this is about living your dreams. Don't keep them suppressed within you. Really look at what is. This is about like opportunities, of course, and on, you know, new beginnings, things like that. Think about what's aligned with yourself and your heart's desires, and just sometimes it's okay to like pause and really think about that, because we never want to look back and be like, oh, if I just took some time to really think about that, maybe I would have made a different decision. And I'm not saying you're going to regret anything, because I really don't believe in regrets. I don't believe that we ever make wrong choices. I believe we make the choices that we're meant to make, and we never make the wrong decisions. I believe we make the decisions that we're meant to make, and what's meant for us is meant for us, and we're never going to chase them away. Okay? That's a big message coming through, that no matter what decision you make, you're not going to chase away what's meant for you. Okay? It's going to circle back regardless. And number 22, safe travel. Whether or not you're actually going to travel and vacation, you're going to be safe to do so. But this card also talks about your fears and being inspired, and really just taking action, like taking inspired action, and you're safe to do so. You're safe to take this inspired action and overcome your fears in order to go after whatever it is that it is. So it could be the school that you want to go for. It could be the job you're trying to do, or the career or the business you're trying to pursue, the love of your life, that sort of thing. And this literally applies to any of those situations, regardless of what you need to hear. That's how crazy this reading is. It literally applies to any of those things. So we're going to move on to divination with Professor Trelawney. You guys have 2 months of the year cards. I just drew 6. I need 6 that came out, and you guys got 2 months, so that's cool. Hello. Okay, we have Camel. Persevere and you will overcome problems. Hello, yeah. We definitely talked about that for sure. January, that might be a significant month. We're going to just flip this. November, which is at the time of this upload. This is a timeless reading, but if you're watching this at the time of this upload, this is November, so it could be right now. Crib, birth or conception of a child or enterprise. So this could be a literal birth of if that's something that you're wanting. If not, don't worry about it. This is or an enterprise, right? So a business or an idea, things like that. That's really awesome. Dogs, getting together with friends. And rooster, an arrogant, boastful person you should not cross. So that's something to consider. I did not do a good job spreading this out. So be mindful of certain people in your life. Be mindful of, just know that you'll overcome any problems regardless. And just also this rooster right here, an arrogant, boastful person you should not cross. I don't think you have to worry about that too much, just because we do have persevere and you will overcome any problem. So even if you do have a problem with any person, you'll overcome those problems. Maybe you'll have a problem with this person in January or November. Or when you're getting together with friends, maybe it's a person you know. Again, I don't feel like it's a really big deal as far as it being a big problem, especially since you have the camel card here, persevere and you will overcome problems. And yeah, that's what I see for. Oh, we're going to go ahead and pull charms for charms class with Professor Flitwick as your one. We have that one, and we also have closing messages with Professor Dumbledore. So a couple more things for you, Hufflepuffs. Okay, let's see. We're going to go ahead. We have bells. So the bells I associate with good news coming your way. Definitely really exciting. We also have a horse here. So I think definitely if you're trying to go somewhere or go on an adventure, I think I see that coming your way as well. Or this is a reminder that if you are trying to get out and release some stress, going on an adventure would be something excellent to do. We have an egg here. Hatching a new idea. I like to see that. And we have 2 keys. Definitely building something secure. So 1 gives me like lucky security vibes. So money, security, and abundance and money. And 1 has a heart. So definitely feeling secure in your love life. Maybe secure in your own self-love as well, if that applies. If you're not looking for like a relationship. And then we have a fish, which makes me think abundance is coming your way, even more abundance, and good luck. So that's what I have from Professor Flitwick. I'm going to put that here. And then we're going to finish it off with these awesome cards from Professor Dumbledore. What does Headmaster Dumbledore want to tell you? What does Professor Dumbledore, want to tell? Follow yourself. Yep, definitely follow your desires, follow your heart, be true to your passions and your authentic self. Okay, what else does Professor Dumbledore want to tell you? Are you going somewhere? See, you definitely are probably going to travel somewhere or wanting to travel somewhere. If not, this is definitely telling me that you are advancing somehow, whether it's advancing in school, career, something like that. Something big. Okay, what else does Professor Dumbledore want to tell you? Whoa. Dobby is free. You were always free. Yeah, so you might have felt stuck, but Professor Dumbledore wants you to know that you were always free. You had the abilities this whole time when you were leveling up, going through all of this strife. I open at the close. So when you close out this cycle, a whole another realm of opportunities is going to just open up for you. And you have at the back of the deck, you have Epiphany. So very soon you're going to realize, I love how you have this owl energy again. You're going to realize that you have so much more coming to you. You're gonna get like a message come through, and you're gonna just realize something amazing is happening, something big. Your letter from Hogwarts, that's like the most exciting thing to ever happen to Harry. So I'm thinking this epiphany is something exciting happening for you. This epiphany is going to bring you something very good news, something very exciting, something that's going to just light your soul on fire. So that is where I'm going to leave your reading, Hufflepuffs. Please go ahead and smash the like button and let me know down below how you like this reading. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. This is the first time I'm doing one like this. Go ahead and check out other house readings if you feel called to do so. If you, like I said, if you want to go ahead and you feel like you are in another house as well, go ahead and do that. Also, go ahead and don't forget to subscribe and click the little bell notification so you don't miss a beat. And I'm also linking my Patreon down below in case you're interested in joining our community over there, where we'll have exclusive pickle card readings not available here on YouTube. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you all very soon. Bye! What's up, my Slytherin gang? If you chose the green Aventurine bracelet or Slytherin as your house, welcome to your reading. I'm going to go ahead and pop your card here as well as your bracelet over there so you can still see it. Don't mind my dirty sleeves, but I am rocking my Harry Potter long sleeve so that I am still in theme for today's reading. And if you missed the intro, go ahead and get your butt back there so you kind of know what's going on. But we're just going to go ahead and get into it. Starting with your classes, what you really need to know, what your guides, aka your professors, really want you to know. Starting off with, well, let's just first start off with Slytherin. As you know, is ambitious, cunning. They're known for their leadership qualities as well as self-preservation, being resourceful, and definitely their sign, or at least their house element, is water, which is why their, what do you call it, their dorms are located actually down in the dungeons or near the dungeons, and which is underneath the Black Lake, if I'm not mistaken. I'm sorry if I'm butchering this. I'm supposed to be like a true ride or die Potterhead, but I'm obviously not a Slytherin, so I'm not well versed in all things Slytherin. And one of my favorite characters in Harry Potter is, of course, Professor Snape, just because of how courageous he was and all the things that he's done, not just for Harry, but for the greater good of all, right? But nonetheless, let's get into your reading, my Slytherins. Or if you are a water sign and you chose based off of that, my Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces people, that doesn't mean you are, but I know some people are not Potterheads and just chose based off of the sign recommendation. But for the most part, if you're Slytherin, welcome. We're going to start with Transfiguration. Professor McGonagall, one of my favorite professors, Transfiguration, with the spirit animal cards, animal spirit oracle cards, excuse me. That was crazy. I have it upside down. Starting off with the cow spirit, the miracles are endless. Number 15. We also have number 7, bee spirit, sweet results await. Ooh. And number 22, dragonfly spirit, truth transcends illusion. I'm actually going to switch these. I love that you have 2 winged insects here on either side of the cow here. I think that's really cool. And both of these are highly spiritual animals, of course, insects. Also, 22 is a master number, and so is number 7. Well, 7 is not a master number, but it's a highly spiritual number. 7 talks about definitely spirituality, discovery, reflecting on things, and with sweet results await. Definitely what this card is talking about is letting go of your ego and kind of aligning with your highest self, and creativity will flow. and it will open up. So bees are known to be the hardest workers of all insects, apart from ants, right? I think bees and ants are definitely two of the most hardest working insects in terms of how hard they work. But bees are definitely insects who, I think I was reading where they, not in this particular deck, but in another spirit animal deck that I use, the bee is actually known for they do blah, 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 blah. What they do is they work so hard, but it doesn't feel like they're working hard because they get so much joy out of doing what they do, and they do what they do for a bigger purpose other than for themselves. So while they do pollinate flowers and in order to bring back honey for their colony, what they're doing is also pollinating for the world, right? And in doing their own work for their own purpose, they're also doing this work for the entire population of the planet, for us as human beings as well. And that was like also saying how like hard work does not feel like hard work, because they're truly fulfilled by what it is that they are doing. So what this card is telling you to do, what Professor McGonagall is telling you to do, is really take a step back and reflect on what it is. Go within yourself and find what it is. Let go of your ego and find what is in alignment with you and your highest self, so that you can really take inventory on what's going to really flow with what you want. When you take inventory on what you want, you will then be able to really receive the answers that you're looking for. Because I feel like sometimes, especially with this card popping up here, truth transcends illusion, sometimes we have a hard time really understanding what it is we're here to do. And we're like, okay, well, yeah, I feel like I have this big purpose to fulfill, but what is it? Like, where do I even start and where do I go? And what is it that I'm supposed to do? And I feel like so many people, I feel like you in particular might feel this way, where, yeah, I have this calling, but what do I do and how do I even go about getting there? And so while I cannot tell you like you need to do A, B, C, D to get to XYZ. Only you can figure that out for you, because this is your life, right? You know the path that you're meant to walk on, and ultimately it's your free will. And ultimately you know what is going to fulfill you and what is going to make you happy, because it's your life. And I know that sounds really cliche and like, oh my God, everybody says that, but it's true. Because if you just follow what everyone else is doing, that's not going to make you happy. Because if Susie Q and Johnny Z looks like they're having fun doing what they're doing, and you like, they might be living a life that you want to live, but you go and do what they're doing and it doesn't align with what you want to do, with what is inside of you, and in alignment with what is you in your core beliefs and in your heart and in your soul, that isn't going to bring you happiness, despite them living a life that you desire, right? Because we can do whatever it is to create money in order to make a life and build a life that we want to live, right? We can do anything to create money. We can do anything to make money and earn a living. It's about what are we doing to do that. And that is why sweet results await. Once you figure that out, once you figure out what really fulfills you and what is in alignment with you, that is when, you know, this cow spirit comes into play here, where it's about like, it's really talking about, you know, your projects and the commitments that you set into motion in the past. They're starting to really bring you, like, see all these flowers are coming around the cow, right? So some of the projects that you started and the commitments you put in, you started and you began before, they're starting to bring in these rewards and these gifts and bring you joy. and love. So stay positive and really just understand that, like, when you put forth the effort and you're going to start seeing the fruits of your labor bloom and sprout all around you, as long as you make sure you check in that it's in alignment with you, right? It's in harmony with what it is that is you, if that makes sense. I feel like I'm repeating myself a lot, but that's just the message that's really coming through so strong. Keep checking back in and like reassessing with yourself, like, is this in alignment with me, with what I'm doing? See how like the bee and the dragonfly are straight up and down? It's check in with yourself, check in with alignment. And 22, yes, it's a master number, but when we break it down to two twos, it's about balance, duality, peace. And truth transcends illusion. It's really just about paying attention to the signs that you see. So you might be seeing a lot of twos, 222, 222. I've actually been seeing a lot of 222s. And it's really a sign from your guides, from your angels, whatever it is that you choose to believe in, that you are on the right path. Pay attention to the signs that you're seeing, because for those of you who are not sure what it is you're meant to be doing, these are signs being sent to you. Pay attention to those signs, because they're little signals, like your spirit guides, your angels, whatever it is that you call them or believe. They are very subtle in the signs that they send you. So you need to really pay attention and don't just dismiss it. And if you do dismiss it, keep paying attention, because you're going to keep seeing them pop up all the time. Truth transcends illusion. You will be seeing them pop up multiple times, and chances are you're seeing them pop up for a reason. So pay attention to what's going on at the time that you see them pop up, and what you're feeling. Maybe a song that's playing all the time, what particular words, how you're feeling, like I said, how you're feeling, all of that jazz. So but yes, certain things that you've put into play also for a lot of you before, they are starting to sprout up, and you're going to reap what you sow. So definitely do not give up on those particular projects and commitments that you've started in the past, because I am seeing here with the cow spirit that it's starting to bloom. It's starting to bloom. Okay. Professor Snape with potions. So we're gonna do like the O school, the OG, because he pretty much taught potions for most of the Harry Potter series. So we're gonna stick with that. And this is like very Professor Snape vibes as far as the aesthetic of this deck. So we're sticking with it. This one is, we're just gonna start. Dark Moon, number 13. In the dark of your heart lives new breath waiting for you to release its ghost. Ooh. I like that. Number 12. Crystals and herbs. Oh, what medicine, what sacredness to behold. A dash of healing straight from the mother's home. Ooh. Also very good. Similar vibe. And number 44, another double number, not a master number, but definitely still considered an angel number to me. Devour the ferocious calling within the howling of your spirit. Run wildly into the freedom of your knowing. This is beautiful. Definitely a beautiful card. Okay, Professor Snape here. What does Professor Snape want to say to you, Slytherins? Your headmaster. Your house. Not headmaster, excuse me. The head of your house. Wow. So let's go in order here, because I'm feeling called to this one here. Crystals and herbs. So for a lot of you, maybe you've been feeling burnt out lately, especially in Scorpio season, going through like a transformation. I feel like sometimes we are in the thick of things when we're trying to do our healing, Now this is for some of us, right? Because not all of us are on this big, huge spiritual journey. But definitely some of us are in it, right? Some of us are like embracing this huge awakening and going with it. And if you're not, that is no shade at all to you. That is totally fine. We're all on our own path and our own journey. This is more for even if you're not, you know, even if you're not on your awakening, right? Just in the day-to-day of things, I feel like the energy of the whole going through the motion can be very exhausting, especially around now, right? Everything going on, the end of the year. It's just been a hard year in general, right? 2021 has definitely been a hard year. And yes, I consider this reading to be totally timeless. Whenever you're reading, whenever you're watching this is, you're meant to be watching this when you find this. But if you're watching this at the time of upload, this is definitely a crazy, heavy energy time. And whenever you're watching this, this is definitely a call to really take a look at what's draining your energy, right? Take a look at what's draining your energy and really just kind of allow yourself some time to rest. Allow yourself some time to heal. And sometimes it can be as simple as having an herbal tea. Connect with crystals. And because Professor Snape is a potions master, of course he's going to suggest crystals and herbs. Right? This can be as simple as soaking your crystal in some purified water and then using that purified water to make your tea. This can be having an herbal tea, and that will help relax you and put some rest and rejuvenation back into your body and heal you and give you some energy back and fill your cup again. For number 13, Dark Moon. I don't know why that came across as weird as it did, if that sounded weird. It definitely felt like not a message I would normally give. So, definitely strong Professor Snape vibes there with that. Dark Moon. In the dark of your heart lives new breath waiting for you to release its ghost. Also, 12 condenses to 3, which is about growth and expansion. So I do think that whether you realize it or not, you are going through some phase of growth and expansion, leveling up, if you will. So if something feels hard or like you're going through some sort of obstacle in your life, know that it's a phase of growing and leveling up, and that it's happening for you and not to you. And I say that a lot, but it's true. And so sometimes we need to really pour back some energy and love into our bodies so that we can feel good again, if that makes sense, you know? With Dark Moon here, this is a card about new beginnings and letting go and setting intentions, right? So what's really cool is around the time I'm uploading this, we're having a lunar eclipse on the 19th of November in Taurus. Again, my readings are, this reading in particular is meant to be timeless, but if you're watching around the time of upload, that is really cool. This is about letting go, new beginnings. Lunar eclipses in general is more about, you know, letting go of negative energy and not reacting to negative energy, that sort of thing. So this is definitely a call to that as well. Don't let negative energy take away from you. Don't let it affect you, and don't let it drain you. I think I repeated that. But definitely release whatever is draining you, whatever is filling you, whatever is living rent-free in your mind, body, soul, heart. Because honestly, you need to make room for the new things coming into your life. New breath is waiting for you to release its ghost. Yes, let it go. Let it go. It is time to let go and make room for the new. With this wolf card here, I really, really love this card so much. Why? Because first off, this dog here reminds me of my Sky Girl. She looks kind of similar. Sky's a little smaller. Devour the ferocious calling within the howling of your spirit. Run wildly into the freedom of your knowing. And that is incredible. Will the lighting catch this card better? So this is a lot about like your instincts and freedom. So really tap into your intuition, okay? This is you know, manifesting what you really want, and tap into your intuition, your calling within your spirit, you know, like what is calling you. I feel like this is connected, you know. Professor Snape just really wants you to, that makes me think he's like, turn to page 394. That's totally the vibe I just caught right now. If you know, you know. Did I nail that enough? Turn to page 394. But Professor, we've just started learning about... Okay, anyway, I'm getting too much into it, but I need to get back to the reading. Sorry, not sorry at the same time. We are totally... this is really making me think too, if you feel like you are starting to awaken to some of your gifts, like you feel like you've been hearing a lot of your intuition lately and some of you are really closed off to it, I want you to really embrace it. And so does Professor Snape. Like, really tap into that intuition and go with it. Free yourself, because there is a ferocity in here that really wants to be set free. Let that wolf out. And I'm not saying like go be a wild beast or anything like that, but definitely don't keep this wolf caged in either. Your intuition, your gifts are a gift, and don't be afraid to explore that part of you. Ultimately, your intuition is a gift that you can learn to explore and learn to use for your purpose and your pathway and your calling. And this cow spirit is, I don't know why it keeps bringing me back to the cow spirit. The miracles are endless. When you learn about this, truth will transcend the illusion that this wolf is a scary thing. This intuition, this gift, this calling, this howling feeling within you is like a scary thing. But actually, when you realize that it's not, when you realize the truth, it'll really transcend that illusion of fear. And you're going to realize that the miracles are endless, and you're going to see the honey at the end. And that is crazy. That's the message I'm getting. So we're going to move on to Sweet Professor Sprout with Herbology. I'm using these set of cards here. So starting off with the Lemon Cleansing. I'm just spacing out a little bit because I'm getting a vibe here, because we got that energy here as well. I feel like they're really calling you to let go of something. So 25, Lemon Cleansing. This is also a water card. So your element of water in terms of your house elements. Okay, and then we have a number 25 with the watermelon. I'm sorry, 29 with the watermelon fertility. This is also water. And Leo energy here. And I'm sorry, this is Gemini on the lemon. And then we have number 13, another number 13. This is time, courage. And this one is fire. Libra as well. So before I move these cards, let's just dig into this energy here. So Professor Sprout This is a candle. It looks like a candle, like 4 candlesticks there. Candle cleansing, it might be helpful for you in terms of like releasing things that you've been holding on to. Lighting a candle and really setting that intention to release the thoughts, like negative thoughts, maybe self-doubt, self-limiting beliefs, anything that is really, you feel like is holding you back from moving forward, from pursuing something that you really want to pursue, things like that. Things that are really keeping you caged in, keeping you from moving forward and chasing after whatever it is. I really feel like if you set the intention to let it go, light the candle while you talk about, like, say these intentions out loud or in your head, you know, whatever you feel comfortable with. And this might help to do it by the moon or at night, and set these intentions and let this candle burn. And you can either blow out the candle or set the candle, let it go, you know. That's the vibe I'm getting with this for some reason. Normally I don't interpret those things, but that's a really strong message I'm getting from this particular candle. And what we're gonna do here is, like, I'm getting a strong vibe here that you have to take these sour lemons and you're gonna turn into lemonade, because that's what you can do. Seriously, you're gonna take it and make lemonade with some sweet honey. And do people even do that? That sounds really good, actually. And now I'm craving lemonade. 25 also condenses to 7, which is really cool. So cleansing is definitely about that. And I think once you do start to really, because there's such a huge energy here about cleansing and letting go of things, it's really about, once you clean out what is no longer necessary and no longer serving you, no longer for you anymore, you're really going to make room for a new phase, a new chapter, a new start, and a new beginning. And I think we talked about that here, right? New beginnings coming in, as well as did I talk about it here? A new beginning coming through. It's definitely coming through with the dark moon as well. And where do I want to go next? Yes. Okay, let's go here. I'm being called to here because I feel like a lot of us are actually kind of afraid, right? When I think of Slytherin energy, it brings me to Draco Malfoy a lot. And Draco is actually, when you think about it, a lot of the movie he's portrayed as a coward, right? A coward because he kind of hides behind his big bully energy. And when we think of a bully, we think of, you know, they bully others because really they're afraid of something else, or they have to act that way because they don't want anyone to realize that they're actually scared themselves. And Malfoy is actually one of the biggest cowards, same like his father, right? I think they are known to be some of the most cowardly, and people may disagree with me on this, and I'm sorry, but in the movies, at least, they're portrayed that way. And in the end, you know, he ends up being someone I like, of course. I don't dislike him. I'm not saying that at all, but he doesn't have the same courage as, say, Professor Snape, who was one of the most courageous Slytherins in ever, or period, you know, in person ever. And so this card here is really saying to have the courage to let go and trust that things are going to start happening for you, because you have more abilities within you than you really realize, right? Like, I think that you don't realize how amazing you are, and you don't realize how skilled you are. And you really have to start trusting in your abilities, trusting in your skills and your talents and your knowledge and your intellect. Because once you do, once you have faith in those abilities, once you start trusting in yourself and believing in yourself, you're really going to unlock so many things, so many parts of you. And believing is actually half the battle. Okay, believing is half the battle, because that is, if you don't believe it, why would it happen, right? If you believe that you're not going to have it, of course you're going to attract that, you know? Of course you're going to attract that doubt, because you already believe it's coming. So you're not going to even try. You're going to just half-ass it. And I got it. They just showed me that. They just showed me the scene where Draco gets hurt by Buckbeak, and he starts cowering, and he's like, oh, he's killed me, oh my gosh, he's killed me. And like, he's like in the hospital wing, like cowering and like whining, like, oh my god, he's gonna die. And he just barely got a scratch, right? And so he truly believes he got so hurt when really he didn't. You know, he like made it such a huge deal because he was so scared. And instead of being like courageous and listening and being brave, which is not necessarily qualities of a Slytherin, right? But had he been cunning, had he been ambitious, he would have took the initiative to do as he was told. Maybe he was cunning and he went to be too bold, right? Although I don't associate that. Okay, got it. I got it. Professor Sprout is saying, who is the greatest Slytherin wizard that you know? And for me personally, the greatest Slytherin wizard that I know is Professor Snape, in my opinion. Some of you might disagree, but in my opinion, it's Professor Snape, because he's brilliant. He's brilliant for many reasons. And what did he do? He cleansed himself of being a dark wizard. He let go of that part of him because he loved Harry's mom. He loved Lily. He loved Lily Potter. And he had the courage, and that is what she's saying. You need to cleanse and have the courage to believe in your abilities, to do what you really need to do here, what you want to do here. And for him, he had his motives, right? He had his reasons for doing what he did. And here you have number 29, fertility, okay? Alchemy, potions, right? As Snape does. And you have the ability to really do whatever it is that you want. And whatever it is that you want, as long as you release what isn't aligned with you and what is in your heart's desire, in aligning with your truth, your authentic self, your soul's path, your whatever you want to call it, aligned with you and what you believe, what you feel is authentic to you, and aligned with your heart space that makes you feel like, oh my god, that's what I need to be doing every single day, what fulfills you. Have the courage, because whatever it is that you do, you have the ability to make an abundance out of it, okay? And you will be abundant in all aspects of your life. And this can be emotional abundance, because this is water energy here. And this can also be material abundance, because fertility is about not just fertility in the terms of like you can have children. Of course, if that's something that you desire, that's definitely an energy in this card. But the energy I'm getting from this is that abundance in the sense of birthing ideas, birthing enterprise. Sorry, I couldn't think of the word. Birthing an enterprise, a company, if that's what you want, if it's something that you want to do. An abundance of money, material, wealth, things like that, a life that you really want to live, happiness, abundance in so many ways and in all ways, if that's what you really want. And that is the energy I'm getting from this. Wow, that took a lot. So we're going to move on to Defense Against the Dark Arts with these cards here. Now, as you know, we had many different Defense Against the Dark Arts professors, so I'm not going to say this is any particular professor. This is going to be a smorgasbord of them. My favorite Defense Against the Dark Arts professor in particular was definitely going to be Mad-Eye Moody, even though it wasn't really him during that movie, but I love me Mad-Eye. So number 2, abundance, as I just said. Holy moly. Okay. Goddess of abundance divine, let me thrive, let fortune be mine. What was I just saying? Seriously? Seriously. Number 32, confidence, by earth and air, water and fire, let my confidence take light, burn higher. And number 10, authenticity, who I truly am is good indeed. I am authentic in thought, word, and deed. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, in case I didn't already say that. I don't even know if I need to explain any further because I feel like I already did, and doing so would be like repeating myself. But just in case, by aligning yourself with what feels right for you, this is going to be really about you stepping into your own confidence, right? And if you feel like you lack the confidence, once you go within yourself and you start to release the things that are not aligned with you, you're slowly going to feel like more yourself. You're slowly going to discover, which is number 7 here. We have a lot of 7 energy, as I was telling you. You're slowly going to discover that as you let go of things that are not aligned with you, you're going to feel more like yourself. You're going to feel like you know more of who you are and what you want. And as you do that, you're going to be able to understand more of who you are and what you want, and be a little more comfortable with letting that person out, if that makes sense. And see how she has this smoke coming out? You're going to be more comfortable like exposing that part of you to the world. And I truly believe that once you start to do that, you're going to have more courage here. Your professor Sprout here wants you to have more courage to step into this confident energy, you know, and so does Mad-Eye. Be confident, be bold, be brave. And I love how I just noticed. I love how this card says, who I truly am is good indeed. And I think that is so true, because I feel like a lot of people think that being a Slytherin is a bad thing, and it's really not. Okay, it's totally not a bad thing. They associate Slytherin with being a dark wizard, being a Death Eater, and it's not true. And I'm going to squash that right here, because one of the most conniving, downright dirty, dark wizards, Death Eaters, was a Gryffindor, and that is Peter Pettigrew. Okay? And he was the most unauthentic person ever, because he was a liar, and he was someone who fooled everyone, and definitely not good. And you know who was really good? Professor Snape, right? And everyone thought he wasn't good for so long. Everyone thought he was just this bad person, and he wasn't. He knew who he was inside, and who he was truly good. And he was confident in who he was. And I think that that is what you need to understand as well. understand that when you step into your own authenticity and you will inspire other people to do the same. One of my favorite readers here on YouTube says that a lot, and I truly believe it's true, and that inspires me a lot as well. I believe it's Chloe Taylor. I will link her down below. She's amazing if you don't know who she is. But I truly believe in that. And I think you're definitely somebody who, I feel like you know this is coming. You know, I feel like these are all things you already kind of know, like that you need to do, and this is just more of a confirmation for you. Like you needed a little push, a little outside source to tell you like, yes, this is what you need to do. Yes, this is the right thing. Don't worry, you're on the right path. Because ultimately at the end of the day, I feel like you're someone who's smart and who's very intelligent, and you know what you kind of know. I don't want to say you know what you're doing, because I feel like you do know what you're doing, in the sense that you make your choices and you do what you do and you don't regret them. But I want to say that you want that reassurance that you're not crazy. It's like their spirit is showing me like this moment in time where I kind of like, you know, you have that inner voice that's your intuition telling you like you need to do this, and then you're like, wait, am I crazy, or do I really listen to that voice, or am I just crazy? It's like they're showing me that moment in time when I've questioned my intuition, when I've questioned my guides, and I wasn't sure, or I wasn't able to discern if that was just my inner voice talking, or if that was my guides talking, or my intuition talking. And so I think you kind of need that outside source of validation for you to know that no, it was not just, you know, it wasn't just your inner voice talking, it was actually advice from your guides talking, you know. And I hope that makes sense. That's what they're showing me. I hope that makes sense. We're gonna get, let's see, we're gonna get divination from Professor Trelawney, and then we're also gonna get charms for you. And then we're going to finish off with closing messages from Professor Dumbledore, Headmaster Dumbledore. So, excuse me, starting with Professor Trelawney, we have club. Someone will try to make you do something against your will. Okay, not the best thing to see, but know that you always have a choice and you always have free will. Someone will probably try to make you think otherwise, but just know someone might be convincing you something. Bread. Period of prosperity and abundance coming your way. Hello. Slytherins. Wow. Success. That's amazing. Okay. Love to see that for you, my Slytherin people. We have dark woman. Dealings or relationship with a woman with dark complexion or hair. Hills, obstacles to overcome, which I have no doubt you will successfully overcome them. Rainbow, the most difficult part of the situation is over. See, you don't even have to worry. Seriously, I'm just gonna move this over a bit. I really don't think you guys have to worry about anything. The only suspicious card here is the club card. Someone will try to make you do something against your will, but knowing that you guys are Slytherins, I am not worried at all. You guys have your own free will. You have a mind of your own. You guys know how to say no thank you, how to say nah, it's not for me, I'm good. So from Professor Flitwick, we're going to go ahead and get you some charms and then move on to closing messages from Professor Headmaster Dumbledore. So I'm going to move up here. We have a cute little, what is this, an elephant or a bunny? Oopsie. It's a cute little bunny with a tennis racket. So this might be a message that you need to go explore, go play. have some fun in your life. I feel like you're stressing out a little too much. I think that's a fleur-de-lis. So that's definitely royalty. It's like a flower lily. So definitely some abundance is coming your way. This is a floor leaf clover, which definitely for me means good luck. Luck is on your side. And then this cute little elephant, wisdom, full of wisdom. Trust in your wisdom and your intellect. And then you have 2 hearts here. So 2 looped hearts, which makes me think romance is coming your way. If you're already in a relationship, that means you're gonna have good, like, smooth sailing in your relationship. If you're not romantically involved and not looking to be romantically involved, then I definitely think that your heart is going to be so full just for yourself, you know? It's all about that self-love, that sort of thing. And now we're going to just finish off with closing messages from Professor Dumbledore for you. I'm going to leave your charms here, actually, so you can still see them. Professor Dumbledore, what would you like to say to your Slytherins? What would you like to say to your Slytherins? Professor Dumbledore, Headmaster Dumbledore, what would you like to say? What would you like to say to the Slytherins? Professor Dumbledore, what would you like to say to the Slytherins? Polyjuice, time to change. So definitely, I think this means you need to let go of whatever that negative self-beliefs, self-doubt, that sort of thing, whatever is taking on. Turbo is digging under my desk, so definitely dig out whatever negativity is taking up space in your heart, in your mind, rent-free. And it's time to change that. Change those beliefs, release those self-doubts, that sort of thing. Okay, we have the ones that love us never really leave us. So you definitely have loved ones watching over you for sure. You might feel their energy and their presence. They're definitely guiding you through this time. Professor Dumbledore, what do you want to say to your Slytherins? Oh, he's here. This makes me think of the chocolate frog, how you get a card. Professor Dumbledore. The next great adventure, it's definitely coming, you guys. We're going to take these as well. I solemnly swear that I am up to no good. Yes, your adventure is all about the things that are up ahead. It makes me think of the map and how Harry goes to Hogsmeade for the first time and how amazing it is for him. And not the part where he finds how he discovers his bad news, but just about his fun and how he has a good time. Expecto Patronum. This is also about driving out the darkness. Any kind of shadow work might be helpful for you as well. Just really learning to accept and love those parts of you because they're a part of all of us. We all have light and dark within us. You know, that is a very famous quote from this movie. And your back of the duck says, gasp, I see love. And I know I said that up here as well. Take it only if it resonates. If not, don't worry about it. This can be love for yourself as well. Because as we are learning to align with our authentic selves, we're learning to love ourselves. That can be it for us as well. So that is what I see for you. And I'm going to leave your reading here, my Slytherins. I hope you really liked this reading. This definitely is my first time doing this kind of thing. And I worked really hard to put this together. So I hope you really enjoyed it. Please, please smash the like button if you enjoyed it. And let me know down below how you enjoyed it and what I can do to make it better, what you want to see more of this kind of stuff, what I can do to make it better. I think I already said that, but please smash the like button and don't forget to subscribe and hit the little bell notification so you don't miss a beat. I'm also going to be linking my Patreon down below if you're interested in joining our community over there. We're going to have exclusive pick a card readings there as well as other content not available here on YouTube. And I definitely want to do more like interactive things on Patreon, like live readings, maybe some trivia. That would be really cool. But yeah, that is what I see for you. I hope you guys liked it, and I will see you all very, very soon. Bye! What's up, my Gryffindors? If you chose Carnelian or Gryffindor as your house, welcome to your reading. I'm going to go ahead and pop your card and your bracelet right over here by Fox. And Gryffindors, Gryffindors, my fellow Gryffindors, you're all about bravery, daring, nerve, chivalry, and of course, courage. So, what can I say? I mean, we get all the clout, right? Because, of course, Harry Potter. Dumbledore, of course, was also a Gryffindor, and then, yeah, we won't get too into it. We're just gonna, if you missed the intro, go ahead and skip back to it. I feel like I covered some important things about this reading, but without further ado, we're going to just get straight into our classes here. We're going to start with our head of house. We're going to pop these here because those are going to be lost. We're going to get messages from Professor McGonagall first. She gave us more than what she gave the other houses, probably because she's the head of our house and she loves us extra. So first off, we have the Stag Spirit, number 58, Take the Lead. I thought that was pretty cool. 32, Hawk Spirit, Let Spirit Be Your Guide. Number 30, Grasshopper Spirit, Take a Leap of Faith. And number 54, Skunk Spirit, Know Your Worth. So let me just fix this 1 second. Okay. All right. Let's see. So let's see here. Starting off with let's start with the Grasshopper Spirit here because he's looking at me. Well, so is the Stag, but this guy's, is that his eyeball? I think that's like one big eyeball, right? Is that like one big eyeball? I think that's one big eyeball, which is kind of cool. This is all about like listening to your intuition and really following it. Follow your intuition and take that leap of faith to whatever it's calling you toward and take the lead on it. 30 condenses to 3. So this is about like going after your goals and achieving them. Growth, creativity, abundance. So expansion even. And when it comes to like going after like taking that leap of faith, that's like full energy, right? In tarot. So which is cool because it has 0 here. So when we break down this number 30, so when we break down number 30, we have 3, which is Empress energy, and 0, which is Fool energy. So take the leap of faith. Leap of faith is, of course, the Fool. 0, that is being a free spirit and taking that leap of faith and really just going after it, right? Starting off this journey and going for it. And then number 3 is Empress energy. So whatever it is that you're going after is going to really be fruitful and abundant. And I really think that Professor McGonagall is like, you got this, you know, take the lead on it. We're going to go straight into this and take the lead on it and really just, is it number 38? 58? I'm blind. Number 58, take the lead. This is just about really being strong and doing things with compassion and stay humble and be really authentic to yourself. Like, see this stag here, he's being so proud. Like, a stag is very masculine energy, but he's being so balanced with this femininity here, with the floral energy all around him. And whether or not you identify as a he, a she, a they, it doesn't matter. This is just about really standing in your own authentic truth and being proud of that and taking the lead in whatever it is that you align with, and go forward in that confidence. Go forward in that confidently, and really just, if you're not feeling that all that confident about it, you will start to, as you start to trust yourself and trust that you have spirit here to be your guide. Right here, let spirit be your guide. Pay attention to the signs and the messages that you've been getting. Maybe you've been seeing like synchronistic numbers. You've been seeing like 111, 1111, 1010, 1212, 222, 444, 3, that kind of thing. Maybe you've been hearing the same song on the radio, or you've been seeing certain things all the time, or hearing certain words being repeated, or phrases on commercials that really just catch your ear at a certain time. Really just pay attention to those signs and understand that these are signs and messages from your guides, kind of telling you and nudging you and guiding you on your way. And she wants you, Professor McGonagall wants you to know your worth, because you are totally worthy. Okay, this is about really, again, being your authentic self and knowing that you are worthy of a life that you, the life, not all life, but the life that you truly want. And you have the ability to just create, you literally have the ability to create the life that you really want to live and be the person that you truly want to be, and that's who you are inside. And you just have to really unleash that person out into the world and share it with everyone else, because ultimately you know who you are. You know who you are. And it's just about understanding that part of you and being okay with it and loving yourself and knowing that you're worthy of all of these things. You're beautiful inside and out, and just let that person out and share it with everyone else. You have something so unique and so beautiful about you, and she, Professor McGonagall wants you to share that with everyone else. So another thing I really do want to address are the numbers that I'm seeing here. So I talked about 30, 3 and 0, and I do want to talk about number 32, which condenses to 5. 5 is a number about change, challenges even. Just know that whatever challenges that come up your way, you're going to be able to overcome these, because you're going to just be able to overcome these, being that you are a Gryffindor. A Gryffindor is brave, daring. You have the nerve within you. You have this fire within you, because Gryffindors are the element of fire. Whether you are a fire sign or not, that does not matter. But this fiery energy within a Gryffindor is all about being able to rise up with this courage and being able to really, embody that Neville Longbottom energy, where like he's going to stand up to his friends even if he's afraid, and do the right thing and overcome these obstacles, and like think about like Ron and Harry and Hermione when they go down to, go past Fluffy and they have to go play wizard's chess and, to get past in the Sorcerer's Stone. It just makes me think of all the things they had to do, fly on the broom to get the wonky key. All of those things, you're going to be able to just overcome everything that's thrown your way. And that is the energy that you embody as a Gryffindor. And so 1358 condenses to 13, which then condenses to 4, is also about just being able to manifest things. Sky is up here. whining and giving me kisses. So I do think that that's a message for you to really just stop being so hard on yourself. Give yourself some love. You know, that love that a dog gives you, that unconditional love, give that to yourself, because you truly are worthy of it. You just know you're worthy of it. I'm being reminded too of all the things that Harry has been through, of all the harsh treatment he's been through growing up with the Dursleys, his, you know, Aunt Petunia and Uncle Vernon and Dudley, like how badly he was treated and how, you know, the living conditions and everything, and how he still was so kind, and the way he was with other people in general, like, was just amazing. That's you, you know? And so I feel like whatever your goals are, you're going to be able to overcome these hurdles with grace, with just this immense, I don't even know the word. I'm just feeling like this immense pride. And number 9 even talks about like fulfillment, attainment, fruition. And you're going to be able to do that. I have no doubt. So just have faith in that. We're going to move on to, I had to go on that rant because it just brought me to those, like, those pictures popped up in my head. So we're going to go on to Professor Snape here with potions. And I wanted to refer to him as the potions professor because he was primarily the potions professor for most of the movies. So let's go. And he was the you know, the potions master, in my opinion. Half-Blood Prince. We have number 9 also here. Candle magic. Speak your breath into its velvet, recite along its spine all that you desire, all that which will unravel. Wow. Ooh, divination, number 14. Take a breath, take it twice. Insightful reflections are guided by light. That's really cool. Maybe some of you maybe some of you practice. Are you guys my tarot readers? Or you guys are just divinely gifted. Intuition, number 23. You hold the answers, you know the truths. Ancient ones await behind the doors of the mind. So hopefully you can still see that. Okay, so I'm picking up a little bit, for some reason, I'm picking up a little bit of Ravenclaw energy too. Maybe that's because I'm a Gryffindor, so it could be my energy rubbed off a little bit on this pile, but also, divination and intuition is just like, it makes me think of how, like, Hermione is such a gifted witch, right? And she just could not do divination for the life of her. She just couldn't do it. She thought it was a load of crap, right? Anyway, at least tea leaf reading she didn't. But divination is just about, like, even candle magic. All of this stuff has to do with basically the same thing. Doing some sort of divination in general. And that means like tarot reading, scrying even. Candle magic can be about setting intentions, praying and using candles, that sort of a thing. There are different candle colors to do certain things as well. So you could be doing that kind of stuff. Divination is definitely like things like this. Oracle card reading, scrying, as I had said, tarot reading, my tarot readers, mediumship or intuition, all of those things, like clair, gifts, that sort of stuff. What I'm trying to get to, once I spit it out here, is basically just, I feel like a lot of you are, so I'm getting 2 things here, okay? Some of you are really gifted, and I don't mean to, Yes, okay. Some of you are very gifted in this way, right? In spiritual ways. And some of you are just discovering these gifts and maybe in denial of them, or like you're just not sure. You're kind of second guessing yourself and you're like, nah, no, not me. Like you're interested in them, but you kind of question your abilities as far as like if you can actually do this or if you're good at it, that sort of a thing. And this is just kind of like confirmation for you, like, yes, you have these abilities, and if you choose to work on them, if you choose to deepen this connection, if you choose to strengthen your abilities, you can definitely do something with them. You can definitely work on these gifts. You can definitely do more with it. You can definitely help others or use this for yourself. And especially with intuition, it's just really trusting your intuition when it comes to doing things for you in your life and in what you're taking your path in, what you're following and taking your leap of faith in. And even with like this candle magic and setting intentions, it doesn't even have to be with a candle, but just as far as setting intentions toward your goals and manifesting them into reality, and just gaining more insight. So divination doesn't have to be about like practicing tarot. It can just be about gaining more insight and reflecting on things and gaining access to more guidance in your path and helping others do the same. And I think I'm going to leave it there for you with Professor Snape and keep it short and sweet. I think it's really cool how you have 5 and 9 here. We have 2 5s and 9 here. So again, 5 is more about like change, challenges, taking action, getting life experience. This can also be about resistance, though. You might be resistant to what's going on, what you're discovering. But this can also be about knowledge, gaining more knowledge, and that's if you choose to do it. So if you choose to explore this avenue, if you choose to learn more about it and make it a part of your life, and just know that with these changes coming on, you're going to be able to overcome this. Let spirit be your guide here and take the lead, take the leap of faith, and know that you're worthy of these gifts. Know that you're worthy of all of these things, and set the intention, protect yourself when you do go into these spiritual activities, things like that. Just set the intention that you know you only want to communicate with your own spirit guides and your own angels, things like that, divine source, ascended master, and you only want the wisdom of the loving and highest good. And like protect yourself with a big, I like to envision myself in a big white bubble of light. And as long as you set the intention that you only want your own guides to communicate with you, and you only want to set the intention that you want love and light and wisdom of, for the highest good to come through. That way you protect yourself from any negative things in that sense. And I hope that made sense. Because when I first started, I was not good at protecting myself. And I kind of like left myself open to energies just connecting onto me, and then I would feel so drained. So really just learn to protect yourself in that sense. So yeah, I really love that for you. Also, if that's not feeling like it's for you, this can definitely be as simple as you just setting intention and trusting your intuition and following your gut for a goal that you're going after, or yeah, just a goal or a very important thing on your vision board is what I'm saying. So just even creating a vision board and putting in that intention behind it and inspired action toward fulfilling your manifestation for that goal. And I think you're definitely going to go ahead and do that. I mean, you're going to be able to attain that goal. So that is what I see for you so far. We're going to go into it with herbology from Professor Sprout. So we have number 24, agreement with the strawberry. This is a water card as well. We have some Libra energy over there. Water would be like Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. I didn't say that for the other piles, so I didn't think it was important to list any signs. And I still don't think it's that important, so maybe I won't keep saying that, but water energy is present here. I'm just gonna go through the cards. Number 14, divination. That's cool that you have 2 divinations. And number 5, grounding. So again, you have 2 5s. Again, 5, 5, 5, 5. Divination is still number 14. So that's really strong energy that you guys are my divination pile. So in case you are like, really just pursue that. And if you are already pursuing that, this is just a sign that things, you know, are moving forward in such a great way for you. Just really like start to like, especially with the tarot cards on this grounding card here, really just remember to ground yourself in the best way for yourself that you find. I know a lot of people say like it's a good way to get out in nature and put your feet on the earth itself, which is a great way, don't get me wrong, but for me personally, I find the best way to ground myself is in water. That's where I feel the best. Again, to each their own, so find the way that you feel best grounded in and do that. The potato is actually grown in the dirt, so I think that's really cool that this is the grounding vegetable, and it makes me think of the mandrake root. Cute little mandrake guy there holding my sage bundle. But there's also, I love this card because we have a balance here of masculine and feminine energy with the moon and the sun up there, which makes me think that by grounding yourself, you're going to find a lot of balance as well if you have been feeling out of balance lately. So you're going to be able to really just look within yourself as you ground yourself. And this card does talk about challenges. Actually, when I read about it, it talks about the challenges that you may be like looking at are you know, it's like more with yourself though, like being self-centered, ignorant, that sort of a thing. So it really just reminds you to be humble and compassionate and focused on your, you know, so that makes me think like on whatever goals you're pursuing on this huge goal. I feel like this is a really big goal. And so whatever it is, just really focus, stay focused, keep your eye on the prize, but at the same time, you know, remember to stay compassionate as well, especially with those people around you, your loved ones, the people who are helping you along the way. And just be humble when you do attain this, you know. I feel like that's not going to be a huge problem, but just in case we need reminding of that. With the grounding though, I definitely do see like I had to pull the book for this because I've never pulled this card before, ever, from this deck. And this is the chives, and you're truly the master of your free will, and you can like you can make whatever it is that you want come into reality. So really just think about that. I think I should read it to you because it was really powerful when I read it. If I can find the book. 1 second. Because it was really good. It says right here, it's really short and sweet, which is really cool. It says, and the quote is from Audrey Hepburn. It says, to plant a garden is to believe in tomorrow. It says, you are the master of your own free will, aligned with the divine, and at present energies are strong deep within you to help change your destiny and meet challenges powerfully. That is so crazy. At present, energies are strong deep within you to help change your destiny and meet challenges powerfully. So literally, all the things that we were talking about, like any challenges that might pop up, and there seems to be so much 5 energy in your reading. You have it here, 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 and again here, here. So whatever challenges pop up, you're going to meet them. Like, so you're going to be able to overcome them no problem, according to this card. And you are literally the master of your free will. So you get to determine what it is that you do. And there's a magical way about you. So number 24, agreement, strawberry. This card, did I say that that was fire energy? Not like it matters that much, but this one is water energy as well. Basically, this one is talks about like group work and connecting with other people. Partnering up with like-minded people might be really helpful for you as well, in terms of attaining your goal and moving forward. So 6 is also, because 24 condenses to 6, all about problem solving. And I think that's really cool. Problem solving and harmony, and so cooperation too. So I think that's a really big sign to kind of talk about. And I like how this, I know that's not a strawberry, but it looks kind of like the strawberry there. But I think it's really cool how you got that one card where it's kind of hinting at like, and don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid to reach out to other people for support, or if someone else offers their support to you, go ahead and say yes please, because it looks like we might need it, you know? And Professor Sprout's like, girl, boy, you, whatever it is you identify as, you're gonna need it, you know? And I'm not saying that without it you're gonna fail. I'm not saying that at all. But I'm saying that it's okay to accept this help. Okay? And I think that by getting this help, you're going to achieve your goal faster, more efficiently, and in a way that you never thought possible. It might be even, it's going to turn out better than you ever thought and imagined. And so like when you think about like Harry Potter, right? Do you really think he would have done all those things if he didn't have the help he had from all of those people? From from Ron and Hermione, or from Cedric giving him the hint about the egg, or, you know, all of those things, all of the people who have helped him along the way. Do you really think he would have defeated Voldemort if it weren't for all the help he had? No, definitely not. So accept the help, okay? That's what I'm saying. So we're gonna move on. That was really long-winded. We're gonna be moving on to Defense Against the Dark Arts, and again, you guys got 4 for some reason. I don't know why. I was only drawing 3 and then for each one, and then for some reason y'all got 4. So I'm not complaining though. You got number 31, trust. I am safe, I am secure. In love, I trust, my faith endures. There's like a little chili pepper on there. Number 37, fertility. Let all take root, seed and sprout. Let new life be all about. Okay. Ooh, 17, courage, of course. By shining brave and true and bright, my courage now returns this night. Number 17. Did I say that? And number 18, best possible decision. Artemis, goddess of the bow, help me see what must be known. So let's see, you have a 10, a 4, an 8, and a 9. Another 9 here. Okay. I love this because this is all about trusting that you're going to be safe here, because I think after letting you know about all the challenges, we're a little bit worried about like, well, how is this all going to happen? Which is normal and natural to feel that, like anxious feelings of what lies ahead and the unknown, right? But trust that you're safe and you're guided. You know, your spirits are here, your angels are here to guide you, and you got this. You're going to overcome them like no problem, and trust that you are secure and that you're going to overcome this, you know. You're going to have this courage come out because of course you're a Gryffindor, you know. Don't lose your courage. You're going to have it right here. And whatever this particular pathway is, whatever this big thing that you're working toward is, it's going to be the best possible decision that you're doing. And if you don't know what that is, it's going to be known. It's going to become known to you very soon. And if you need help knowing that, again, take notice in any signs. You can even ask, like blatantly ask your guides to send you signs, and that'll help as well. It is that simple, you guys. And even with the candle magic, you can light a candle. You can Google like different candle colors to help you which one to light in order to help you for clarity. I believe it might be white for clarity, but I'm not sure, so don't quote me on that. But trust in the process. Trust that this is all happening for you and not to you. Because ultimately this is like something that is going to bring you so much abundance, especially with this fertility card popping up here. Fertility is definitely not just about, like, I know when we say fertility, sometimes we think about like babies, which in some cases it can be, but for this particular reading, I'm getting more of that abundant vibe, like material abundance type vibe. So not just material, but even like spiritual. So if we're working on like honing our gifts, especially with this divination, if we're using it to bring abundance, I definitely feel that as well. I don't know why my voice is shaky. So I feel like some of us are really nervous about pursuing something. Maybe some of you are nervous about sharing your gift with the world, sharing your gift. Are you pursuing a channel like this? Are you maybe reading for other people? That sort of thing. Just know that you're on the right path, and you know, have the courage, you know. It's definitely showing me the lion for sure. And of course I'm looking at a lion too, but this is a good, I mean, it feels like a good decision, and ultimately this is your free will, but it just keeps saying like, don't worry, trust the process, and this is a really good decision. I don't want to butcher the message here, so I'm going to take it as that, and we're going to move into divination with Professor Trelawney. Why did I say her name weird? I do not know. We have cracked cup, dissatisfaction with life. Okay. Well, that is why we need to make a change here. You ultimately have the power, like this divination card here said with Professor Sprout. You are the master of your own free will. You have the power to change your life. If you're dissatisfied with something in it, you need to change it, you know? Why is that cracked cup there? You probably shattered it because you didn't like it, you know? Go get a new one. Go get a different cup, because that cup was not meant for you. It's time to go find the cup that is, you know? Shield, you need to defend yourself. You need to defend yourself. So this could be like, maybe some of you are afraid to share your gifts because we feel like people are judging us, and you need to defend your new views or your new practices. To that, I would just say, don't be afraid to that. I would say you really need to kind of think about who you're defending yourself to, because ultimately, if this is someone who really cared about you, they would understand and accept what is happening. And if it's like a parent or somebody like that, like who's really important in your life to you, and you know, they just don't really understand, I do get why you feel like you need to defend yourself and keep them in your life. I do totally understand. But there is a point where sometimes you need to put the shield down and build a, what do you call it? And build a little gate. Not a wall, but a gate. Because a gate has a little door. And at some point, you can unlock that door. And what that gate does, okay, is, and this might sound really weird, but what that gate does is, it's like good fences make good neighbors. Okay, that's what I'm seeing in my head. And you can allow this person to drain you. You can allow this person's words and all that stuff to affect you in a way, or, okay, and I get it, at first it might, because it's someone you really love and you really care about, and maybe it will be hurtful, because I get it, I was there, you know, but you need to really understand that people are going to have their own opinions, and that's okay. But you need to know and accept who you are and know your worth. Know that it doesn't matter what they think, it matters what you think of yourself. It matters how you feel about yourself. And at the end of the day, you have to let it go. I know it's easier said than done, but it's just something that's going to take time. So I'm going to leave it at that. It is something that takes time. Oh, and look at what we have here. New home, new attitude. Broom. We're going to have to just sweep that off of our shoulders. Sometimes we have to dust it off. And it's a lot easier said than done, as I said. And this can be, like, maybe some of us are moving, but this can also be a home in our own space. Like a figurative home. So I like that for us. Flowers, happiness. So ultimately, we will find our happiness. We have the power to make our own happiness, right? Happiness is not something that's given to us. We give it to ourselves. Whale, great worry over nothing. See? We're worrying about something for no reason. And box, you will receive a gift. Ooh, I'm really excited. So we're going to go into charms with Professor Flitwick right here. And let's see, what are we going to get? I'm going to close my eyes. Oh, I grabbed more than I should have. Was that a mistake or on purpose because I'm biased? Okay. We have a lock on the heart, like a little keyhole. So that makes me think of like love, secured your heart. You kind of have like a lock on your heart. Maybe like security in your love. And then we have the little card here. That makes me think of like Alice in Wonderland, going down the hole, taking that leap of faith, you know? And really, like, Alice is like about discovering who she is too. So I think that's what you're doing. This looks like a goldfish. So I think, is this a goldfish or a koi? I think this is like good luck. Fleur-de-lis is royalty vibes, so I think you're building like an abundance of things. Blue butterflies, definitely transformation, so you're definitely going through some transformation vibes. Love, oh, that's another signifier. Whether it's falling in love with yourself again, or you're actually falling in love. And then another butterfly, more significance that you are in fact transforming. And an apple. So you're definitely building something abundant here, or at least bringing more abundance into your life, my Gryffindor. So I love that for you. Definitely, definitely love that for you. What else am I going to do? Okay, lastly, we have messages from Professor Dumbledore. And then we're going to wrap that up with your reading. So what does Headmaster Dumbledore want to tell you? What does Professor Dumbledore want to tell you, Gryffindors? Whoa. Whoa. This is your best work. Literally, whatever you're working on, it is going to be your best work. So do you really think that when they worked on the Sorcerer's Stone, it just happened overnight? No, it took a long time. So, and it says, you are humble magic. Definitely you are. And this is a definite reminder to be humble. One of these cards said to be humble, stay humble. This is another card that keeps wanting to pop up. Don't let others tell your story. Yes, you are the master of your own free will. Tell your own story. Write your own story. You have the ability to do so. So Professor Dumbledore wants you to definitely step into your own power and do that because you're magic. Okay, and what else does Professor Dumbledore want to tell you? Gasp, I see love. For sure. We're going to take all of these. You win. You're definitely going to be winning. New beginnings coming your way for sure. Follow yourself. Okay, seriously, follow yourself. Be true to who you are and follow yourself. And ask someone smarter is your back of the deck energy. Don't be afraid to ask for help or, you know, call in support for whatever this is. It's really big. So that is what I see for you, Gryffindors, and I hope you really enjoyed this reading. I enjoyed putting this together. Please go ahead and smash the like button and comment down below to let me know how you liked it, and what you want to see, if you want to see more stuff like this. Also, if you enjoyed this, I would really appreciate it if you shared it, and if you also subscribe. Don't forget to hit the little bell notification so you don't miss a beat. And I'm also going to be linking my Patreon down below in case you're interested in joining our community over there, where we'll have exclusive pick a card readings not available here on YouTube. And yeah, well, hopefully we're going to have other fun things there as well, like live readings and even some trivia. That would be really fun. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you soon. Don't forget to check other piles if you felt called to, if you're in more than one house. Definitely go ahead and do that. And again, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Bye! What's up, my Ravenclaws? If you picked Ravenclaw house and this Kyanite bracelet, or this Kyanite bracelet, and or this Kyanite bracelet, I'm going to go ahead and pop your bracelet here. My Ravenclaws, y'all already know, or maybe you don't. Your house is the house of course, wisdom, wit, creativity, but also intelligence, knowledge, curiosity, and your element, your house element is air. So some of you may have chosen it based on that. If you did not want to go and get sorted on that link that I linked in the description box, that's totally fine. It's not 100% accurate, but you probably chose based on the way that you felt called to, and that is totally fine. That is the way you're meant to be. Totally meant to choose. Does that make sense? Did I say that correctly? Anyways, so hopefully you listened to the intro so that you know kind of how this reading is set up. And it's a little dark over here. I'm just going to push this candle a little into the spot. And if you watched the intro, you know that we are doing this setup based on classes over at Hogwarts. So starting off with Transfiguration with Professor McGonagall first, and then we'll move on to the other classes. So Professor McGonagall wants you Ravenclaws to know the antelope spirit. So Professor McGonagall, if you don't know, I don't think I talked about this in the other groups actually. I just sort of assumed you knew what Transfiguration was, but this is the class where she teaches you how to transfigure. The infamous scene in this class is when she tells you how to turn your animal into a water goblet. And basically, well, for me, the infamous scene is when I'm going to get my little wand here and show you how she's like, she tells Ron, the scene is, anyways, I'm blabbering. The scene is where she takes your animal. So the example is Ron's rat Scabbers, aka Peter Pettigrew, and you turn him into a water goblet. And she goes 1, 2, 3 Vereveto, and they turn it into a water goblet. But because his wand is broken, it's like half water goblet, half rat. Totally funny. Anyways, that was longer than it needed to be. But you have number 2, Antelope Spirit. Life is speeding up. Like to see that. I'm going to just show you the cards before I go into it. Number 20, Dolphin Spirit. This and that are true. And number 43, Owl Spirit. Oh, I like this. Reminds me of Hedwig. You see clearly now. So, Ravenclaw. Definitely see a lot of forward movement here. You are definitely on your way to hitting something really, really big. And Professor McGonagall is like, don't stop now. I'm hearing Queen, Don't Stop Me Now. Some of you know that's one of my favorite songs. I might have mentioned it in another reading, but that's what I'm hearing in my head right now, Don't Stop Me Now. But Antelope Spirit is just saying life is speeding up. So this is about like setting your intentions and really taking that inspired actions and making your dreams into reality. So now is a time you might be feeling like this is an intense period of time where you feel like this intense energy surrounding you, and that is because this is the time there is energy surrounding you, really helping you to cultivate these dreams into reality. And that is your guides really just helping you to bring these dreams into reality, basically. And so of course you have free will, right? But this is the universe bringing you the help that you've been asking for, bringing you the assistance in order for you to really quickly get there a little bit faster than maybe you wanted to. And just know that if you put in the action, if you put in the effort towards these goals, you're going to get there. So that is what I'm getting from this one. You also have 20, 2 and 20, so you might be seeing a lot of 222s. Know that that's a sign that you're on the right path. You're doing the right things. You might, it's like a signal from your guides that like, yes, go for it, do it. You're doing great. Like a little nudge and a nod from them saying, go for it. Now's the time, you know. Don't hold back. Dolphin Spirit, normally I would tell you dolphins make me think of like having fun and playfulness, things like that. And it definitely still gives me that vibe here. This is like, but I do want to get into, before I go off track with that, I do want to talk about what this card in particular from this deck actually means. This and that are true. So basically, it's about duality in this particular sense. So 20 condenses to 2, which talks about duality and like balance. So the dolphin is actually, this card talks about how the dolphin is actually a mammal and a sea creature, and it's seen as two creatures in one. So there's this balance and duality within this amazing animal. And so with that, it's about accepting that duality and enjoying it. So accept the duality of life and enjoy it as you go. So I'll also have fun while you accept it, because what it is that in life we have so much ups and downs, right? The waves of life, like when the dolphin is in the ocean, there are waves, right? And some waves are big and some waves are small, and some waves are really rough and some are, you know, surfable, right? If you're familiar with surfing. And so, not like I'm an avid surfer or anything, I'm not even, anyways. But basically what it is we need to really accept that without shadow there is no light. I say that a lot. Without shadow there is no light, and we need to accept and embrace the fact that we need to appreciate these darker times, because without those times we won't have any blessings, you know. And we need to, when we are in those darker times, we need to really look for the silver lining. We need to appreciate the little blessings that we have, because that's the duality of it. And when we start to do that, we are really going to appreciate and enjoy the ride. And that's what this card talks about. And that's it. In that same sense, relating back to the dolphin of playfulness and joy, that's where I'm going to take that to, where we just have to really enjoy life as we go, even the downs and the ups. You know, we have to kind of find the light in it. And so even in like the darkest parts of Harry Potter, if you think about it, there was always something funny thrown in there. Like if you think about the movies, okay? Because I think most people are going to think to the movies, and we're celebrating. When I put this reading together, it was in celebration of the 20-year anniversary of the first release of the movie. And so whenever, you know, like when we think about, like, even in the darkest parts of the movies, there was always something funny to laugh at. So same in this. It's really just, without shadow, there is no light. There is light and dark within all of us. So we really need to appreciate that. And then moving on to number 43, the owl spirit. You see clearly now. So my Ravenclaws, if you don't know, one of the best Ravenclaws is actually Professor Trelawney, who predicted the whole prophecy, right? And so this makes me really think of her, because owls are so wise, and she saw that part so clearly, right? So this is just saying, like, really pay attention to what is, like, reading between the lines, and you're really gonna start to have more clarity using all of your senses. So not just your 5 senses, but also your 6th sense, your intuition, connecting with your intuition, and it'll all become clearer. And when you really sit with all of your senses, you know, just, you're going to start to really allow your intuition to guide you through the ups and downs, and through whatever it is you're chasing after. Okay, so that is a really beautiful energy. Also, 743 condenses to 7, so it's really about, like, spirituality and discovery, and even like psychological things, so thinking and observing, things like that. Like, and owls are very great observers, you know, so just something to think about. Moving on to potions. We're going into potions with Professor Snape. I was only going to draw 3, but Professor Snape said, no, Ravenclaws get 4. So that is what you get. 4. You got crystals and herbs, number 12. Oh, what medicine, what sacredness to behold, a dash of healing straight from mother's home. So you got that one. You also got, oh, I had this upside down for a reason. Coming of Winter in the reverse. So I wasn't taking reversals in this deck. However, when I looked up what this card meant, I had to take the reversal, because I couldn't take the upright. Spirit kept telling me, no, it has to be reversed. And I just had to. So I'm just going to read it, and then I'll explain to you why. It comes in lullabies deep within your mirrored flesh. Alas, it is time to lay your quivering chest upon the winter's coming. So you got that in reverse. Okay, my Ravenclaws, I will explain. You got number 24, Journey. Daughters of our mother, walkers of the unknown, take with you on this journey all that you hone. That's an amazing message. And you also got number 43, Witch. Grab a hold, allow the dwelling fire within belly, awaken all that is. A mere glimpse, a delicate pool, at the very roots, living in the alchemy itself. Love it. Okay, so first off, I do want to say crystals and herbs, whether or not you practice any sort of healing with crystals and herbs, this can be as simple as like wearing crystal jewelry, collecting crystals and holding them. that sort of a thing. Herbs as far as like sage cleansing, drinking herbal tea even, that sort of a thing. This card is just talking about basically if you've been feeling like burnt out lately, this is about like really taking that time to heal and recharge and even just grounding yourself in the earth, in nature, and or taking a bath and putting some like herbs with you, or aromatherapy even, that sort of a thing. That's really going to help you feel rested and recharged and heal you and replenish your body and just give you that extra boost, because I feel like whatever we're chasing after, it is a big energy, and so it can definitely drain us, you know, and we need to pour back into our cups, right? So going into that, coming of winter in the reverse, normally in the upright, this card is more about you need to rest in the upright. Oh my gosh, can I pick it up? This card is more about you need to take a break. You need to rest in the upright. Okay, it's like very Four of Swords energy if you're familiar with the tarot cards. But in the reverse, this is about a warning. So like it's, I don't know why it's showing me Game of Thrones. Winter is coming. Okay, and when they say winter is coming, it means like, yes, get your rest because winter is coming. But in the reverse, it's like, no, we need to get ready because guess what? The Ice King is coming and we need to be ready because he's coming, and we cannot be sitting on our asses and waiting around for him to, you know, get here, because then it'll be too late. And so basically in the reverse, this card, Professor Snape here, is telling you that we need to, too much rest is not good, right? And if we've been resting, we have to stop using this as an excuse to not chase after what we're going for. We have to stop using this as a crutch, okay? We need to stop being so afraid to move forward and really start stepping into your power, okay? Step into your power, because yeah, this is about like being too afraid to move forward. So instead of moving forward, we're choosing to stay in this period of rest because we're like, oh, we're not ready. We're not ready. You're feeling like you're really not ready. And this could be like an over, like this over, what is the word? Like you have this desire to be like perfectionist vibes, and it's like an over amount of perfection, right? So it's like we really need it to be totally perfect. And because we know it's not going to be totally perfect, instead we're going to choose to not do it at all. We know we're just going to mess it up, right? So instead of like attempting to do it and messing it up, we're just going to sit back and do nothing at all, because A, we're afraid to fail, B, we're afraid to step into our power, and C, we're just afraid to move at all, period. And we're just afraid of the unknown. And really it's about this card here, the journey, right? The journey is about discovering and learning these lessons and stepping into your purpose, following your path, right? Daughters of our mothers, walkers of the unknown, take with you on this journey all that you hone. And what you hone is your craft. What you hone is your skill set. And how do you hone that? You have to actually put it into practice. You actually have to use it. And how did Harry and Dumbledore's army get better at what they did? They had to meet up and practice, right? In the room of requirement. Like, they didn't automatically master the Patronus charm. They didn't automatically master Expelliarmus, right? Like they had to practice it on and like hone these skills in order for them to be able to use it on the Death Eaters, right? And that is part of it. So part of it is just really being able to recognize and appreciate the journey, because it is only a failure if you don't try. It's only a failure if you fall down and you don't get back up, right? It's only a failure if you don't learn anything, right? And by doing nothing, we're not learning, we're not growing. And so this journey card is calling you to do so. 24 condenses to 6. It's about problem solving, taking your responsibility to move forward, making these adjustments on your path as you go, as you learn, and really just discovering along the way who you are and honing your craft and your skill set, what you're good at. And that is what you're going to become, which is this amazing witch. This is like magician vibes right here, number 43. Grab hold, allow the dwelling fire within belly, awaken all that is. A mere glimpse, a delicate pull at the very roots, living in the alchemy of self. Yourself, of self. Self, you. That's you, right? Whether you identify as a witch or a wizard or a he, she, they, it doesn't matter. You hold all that you need within you. It's just about going within and waking that bitch up, right? And I say bitch in the most loving way possible, and only in the most loving way possible, if that makes sense. And like, this is about you understanding that we all have magic within us. We all have something special to offer and something amazing to give to this world, whether you believe that or not. And there are a million people doing what we want to do. And so we're probably sitting here thinking like, well, why would anyone want to buy this from me? Why would anybody want to watch me do this? Why would anybody want to read my story if I write a book? Or why would anyone want to do this from me, or want to have me do their nails or whatever, when there's so many other people out there doing the same thing? Because you have something different to offer the world. Nobody is you, okay? Nobody is you. Everybody is different. We all have Luna Lovegood within us. Luna Lovegood is one of my favorite Ravenclaws, right? Think about that, okay? Seriously. And if you don't realize that as a Ravenclaw, how special you are, then I don't even know what to tell you. Like, literally, this card talks about you are so much wiser and like stronger and more powerful than you know and realize. And once you realize that, you are going to be like unstoppable. It's like a game changer, game elevating, amazing thing. And you're going to just step into your power in so many ways, and it's just a beautiful energy. Seriously, love it for you. With that being said, we're going to move into Professor Sprout. You got 4 of these. So stop being so afraid. Professor Snape is like, don't be afraid. You know, if he was afraid to not be himself, like, look at how different every single wizard and witch is in Harry Potter. You know, while I don't necessarily agree with J.K. Rowling and her viewpoints, personal viewpoints, the story that she's written really speaks otherwise, like differently from what she says personally, which I don't understand, but that's a whole nother story for a whole nother time. I truly believe Harry Potter is about really being your unique self, stepping into your own power and sharing that with the world, and like being your authentic self. And the most authentic person in the entire series has got to be a Ravenclaw, Luna Lovegood. And no matter how many people cut her down, no matter how many people made fun of her and bullied her, she's still stayed sweet and pure and her. She didn't change for anyone, you know? And I think that's something that is so admirable, and what we really need to embody and stand confidently in. So that is just what I'm seeing for you. So moving on from Professor Sprout, for our biology class, we have number 2, communication with peas. Peas. This is Pisces energy. I don't know if that's important, but I'm just putting it out there. This is also an earth card. This is giving me like contract vibes. So definitely, yeah, we're gonna get into it as we go. Communication, number 2, peas. We have number 3, desire with cause lettuce. Cancer, also earth card. We have a lot of 2 energy. 2, 2, 20 condenses to 2. We have a 3 here. 34, attraction. Ooh, pansy. This is an air card. We also have Libra energy, which is air, so. She also wanted to give you 4 cards. Ironically, this came out together with, was it desire? I'm not sure. Yeah, I think it was desire. Victory, number 44, Aries energy. So, okay. Okay, so with the peas here, this is all about like going with the antelope, right? I love how both of these are number 2s because they actually have a message that go together. Professor Sprout is saying like this communication card. It's basically saying that you have the go-ahead to move forward with whatever plans, whatever ideas you have, whatever projects you're working on. Like, go for it. Be open to also listening to other people's ideas as well, and other means of like problem solving and like methods of communication that maybe you shot down before because maybe you missed something. So just be open to hear from other people, because I think that with this communication card, that can really help you move forward either faster and get to your goal faster, achieve something faster even, and open up more opportunities. Like, I'm seeing peas in a pod. So this is also like obviously peas in a pod, but I'm also seeing like if you are able to work with the right people and collaborate or partner up with the right people, this can be really helpful for you as well. And this is gonna I'm sorry, I'm getting like so many messages with all of these together, and I think that's why it's kind of coming out so weird. So like with this communication, while you're this peas in a pod and collaborating with other people, you're also attracting them in here. With this attraction card, you're attracting the right people into your life. With these 3 pansies in the picture, it makes me think of 3 of Pentacles and also 3 of Cups as well. But collaboration, you're attracting just the right people into your life. You're attracting like your tribe, your soul tribe, even maybe even your soul family. And then you have this 3 card here, desire, which is also about like overcoming any challenges, and you'll also get like any new material, anything that you desire basically. So material things, money, abundance, material gains, you'll get these, you'll see that these are going to just come your way. Physical and emotional improvements are also something that might be something that you're working on with this lettuce card. I always think of like health, any kind of health journey that you're on is definitely something that would be a success for you. Any kind of growth and expansion. With number 3, I always think of abundance, growth, expansion, that sort of a thing. But definitely with attraction and communication, I'm seeing that you're attracting just the right people into your life, your community. If you're trying to build a community somewhere online or within your own, like a physical community, if you're trying to build, like attract your soul tribe, as far as calling in new friendships, things like that, finding your people, even a new romance, you know, desiring a new romance, you're attracting that into your life as well. Like 2 peas in a pod, that sort of a thing. And whatever this is that you are actually working on, you're going to be victorious in it, because this is the card that came out with the desire when I was shuffling. And ultimately you got this nasturtium, I don't know how to say that correctly, but the crown definitely makes me think that you are winning for sure. As long as you take this inspired action and you do like move forward, yes, manifesting and everything like that is half of it, but, or part of it at least, believing in yourself and all of that jazz. But if you just sit around and wish for it, it's not going to just fall into your laps. So you do have to take that action forward and put forth the work, put in the effort, and this will definitely come your way. Start like putting forth the action and bringing in that, you know, if you start taking the steps forward toward this dream that you're trying to achieve, this is definitely something that I see a lot of success happening. You're going to definitely, it's definitely something that's going to be fulfilled, is what I'm seeing. I couldn't think of the word. So sorry. But with that being said, we're going on to Defense Against the Dark Arts, and you got 3 of these. So number 10, authenticity. Who I truly am is good indeed. I am authentic in thought, word, and deed. So I love that. Number 29, healing. Candle flame, burn this hour. Bring to me your healing power. Yes. And number 15, glamour. Into this mirror, I now see the realms of possibility. So, I definitely, okay, I want to start with this glamour card here because that's the one that's sticking out to me. So glamour is basically about like, it's kind of like this magical power that witches have, or it's like a spell, right, that witches do. I've seen it in Charmed, if you ever watched Charmed, and they do this spell where they make themselves look like someone else or whoever they want to look like, and it's called glamoring. And so basically what I associate that with is like you have the power, right, like this witch here, to make whatever you envision come to reality, right? And hi, Sky. Can you see Sky? She's saying hello. Whenever Sky comes in, I always think she has a special message about, oh, hello. And whenever Sky comes in, I always think that this is definitely a sign that A, we're on the right track. If you're thinking something positive, it's a good sign, because Sky is definitely, her demeanor is a very positive, happy-go-lucky demeanor. So it's always about something like that. Stay positive whenever it comes to this, because whenever we think a thought, right, that is not like, think a thought that is like, I do not want this, that is still putting out a message to the universe, right? And it's the wrong message. We don't want to think about that. We want to think of what we do want when we're manifesting, right? So try to start thinking of things that we want rather than things we don't want, because it's like a mixed message that we send out to the universe. So I think I got backwards with that message, but with glamour, so 15 condenses to 6, and that is like, again, makes 6 is actually a number about communication too, so that's why I'm laughing. And we have that here, but it actually makes me think of making an adjustment. So this glamour card is actually making me think a lot about this witch card here, where we have to realize, like, when you look into the mirror, you have to really see, like, you see clearly now. Even this owl card, into the mirror, I see now the realms of possibility. You can see that you hold within you, you have it, like, it's you, you know, it's you. You are the one who contains all of this magic and all of this amazing things. And I think that you underestimate yourself, or you are highly like definitely at least doubting yourself, the very least. And you need to stop doing that, because you are far more capable than you give yourself credit for, and definitely more, like I said with this card, you're far more intelligent and smart. I mean, smart and powerful, and you're just so much wiser and incredible than you even think and believe. So I do want to you to know that this is coming out so jumbled. And I think it's because I'm getting like your energy of doubt coming through. Okay. I had to take a little second to pause because I was getting a little, I think I had wax spurts come in my head and make my brain go fuzzy. Seriously, I did. I just totally spaced out. And that happens sometimes when I channel. I noticed that whenever I get a lot of things coming through at once, sometimes like I shut down and then I go blank for a long time, and then I have to kind of reset. So I apologize. With this glamour card here, I think I talked about how that spell works in Charmed. So I'm not going to go over it again, but with this glamour card here, it's basically showing me how you guys kind of have some self-doubt going on. And maybe not all of you, maybe that's just some of you, but I'm feeling a lot of like self-doubt going on, and maybe that's why we're so hesitant to take action, and we're afraid to step into our own power and move forward. Know that we all have this self-doubt, right? We're not all like, you know, confidently strong and in this like bad bitch mode, right? And I say that bad bitch in, you know, regardless of how you identify, and in the best way, of course. But what I'm seeing here is Spirit just showed me Professor Gilderoy Lockhart, okay? And you guys know he was the professor, Defense Against the Dark Arts professor in Chamber of Secrets, and he was all about himself, always looking in the mirror and checking himself out, right? And I feel like that's kind of the energy you have to embody. Not saying that you have to be like overly cocky and conceited or anything like that, but you really need to start recognizing that you are an amazing person, that you are full of so much magic and power and wisdom and intelligence, beauty, grace, all of these things. And ironically, he's a Ravenclaw. So I know they don't make him out to be like the most clever, and he seems like such a crook. But basically what I'm seeing here is that what's going to help you remove this like blockage is looking in the mirror and doing an affirmation or several affirmations, okay? And that's going to help you really start seeing yourself in that light that you are, you know? Because ultimately, they're actually showing me this other card in another deck in my head. I can't remember what the deck is, but I remember the message. And the message is that when you love yourself enough, you don't need to have someone else fill your cup. You fill your own cup. You know, does that make sense? You don't need to seek outside validation or outside love to fill your own cup, because you fill your own. and you have an overabundance of this love that you're able to give that love to so many other people and serve so many other people. And that's kind of what I'm being shown, that like once you start to really love and accept yourself and heal yourself by doing that, with this card here, like that can help with grounding and taking a bath, crystals, herb magic, things like that. And you don't have to necessarily practice magic, but I say magic because we're in this magic vibe, right? Things that help you feel grounded, things that help you feel rejuvenated, self-care, you know, that sort of thing. That's what's going to help you really connect with you, loving you, doing some shadow work, really loving and accepting all of you, because you are beautiful. Really step into your authenticity. Who I truly am is good indeed. And you are so good. And that's just they're telling me not to butcher it anymore. That's where I'm going to leave it for that. And we're moving straight into one more message. By stepping into your authenticity, you're really going to travel your path in such an aligned way. You're going to fall into alignment so much better. And following this path that you're on is going to be so much easier and feel so much better for you. And the journey is going to be that much better. You're going to appreciate it so much more. Feeling like good in your own skin, feeling good with who you are and in alignment, and all of these things. You're going to be attracting all the right people and all the right, you know, it's like things are just going to start falling into place. I just love this energy for you, Ravenclaws. We're going to go into divination with Professor Trelawney, and yeah, and then we're going to head to charms with Professor Flitwick. So we have wedge. Someone is trying to come between you and a friend or something you want. That's just something to look out for, I guess. Bridge. Successfully overcoming a problem. That's awesome, right? Good to hear. Torch. Spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness, and understanding. Yes. So that is for sure about you. I think definitely torch makes me think light, right? Doing that shadow work definitely makes me think of that. We have woman dealings or relationship with a woman. And we also have man dealings or relationship with a man. Cool. Harp, great happiness. And wind chimes, peace and harmony. You actually have a bonus card. I think this came out together. So that's what we have. I don't really interpret these that much. They're pretty self-explanatory for the most part, but that is what I see from your tea leaf cards. No Grims, thankfully. Now let's move to Swish and Flick with Professor Flitwick and your charms. So I'm going to close my eyes and just pick a few for you, Ravenclaws. Okay. Okay, let's go. We have, okay, let's start with this guy. This I associate with like toxic and release. So releasing anything toxic from our lives, including toxic thoughts, okay, of ourselves. This self-doubt, this bad talk of ourselves. Let's get rid of that, all right? Releasing it. Bells make me think hearing a calling, even like a celebration coming your way. Oops. We have this really cool blue heart, and it has a picture of a moon, star, and Saturn on it. That's really cool. Some of you might be having a Saturn return. Take it only if it resonates, okay? But blue hearts, typically, that makes me think of opening up your heart to like following your heart and using your intuition at the same time. Just because that gives me like that third eye energy. Also, use your communication because blue is also like your throat chakra. Pink butterfly makes me think of just transformation in general. Some sort of transformation going on in our life. And then a strawberry. Definitely abundance is coming. That is what I see for you. Well, actually, I want to get a couple more. Okay. Oh, we got 3. Just because I feel like that's too little. So we have this little pumpkin here. It's like a carriage. So we are, that gives me chariot vibes. We're definitely moving forward, and victory is highly highlighted in your reading. Unicorn makes me think definitely start stepping into what makes you unique and being your authentic self. You are magical. Okay, that's what the unicorn makes me think of. And this red rose here, some of you might be getting some sort of romance coming your way. Why did that come out so weird? A romantic gesture might be coming your way, or just love for yourself if that does not resonate. That's what I see for your charms. I'm going to put that there. And then we have, lastly, closing messages from Professor Headmaster, Professor Dumbledore. Why did that come out so weird? Okay, what do you want to say to the Ravenclaws, Professor Dumbledore? What would you like the Ravenclaws to know? What do they need to know right now? What do our Ravenclaws need to know right now? Oops. This is your best work. Yes, it is. As long as you take the action and you do it, it seriously will be your best work. Truly will be. Also think that Nicholas Flamel is connected to Ravenclaw somehow. I might be wrong. I love you, Amortentia. Ooh, see, I have this like love vibes going on. Somebody is definitely attracted to you and desiring you, or you're attracted, like love is coming your way. If that is something you're wanting or hoping for, or if not, you have a secret admirer, okay? Or at least love for yourself is definitely growing. So appreciate and love yourself. Don't let others tell your story. Another house got this card, and I think Professor Dumbledore really wants to highlight that you are the master of your life, okay? You get to write your own story and tell it. So seriously, that's this witch card here saying that you get to create the life that you want to live, okay? Seriously. Did I say seriously like 10 times in that sentence? Because I think I did. Oh, new beginnings. Yeah. Also think another pile got this. So I think that new things are happening for sure. This could be that new love coming your way. I feel like if that is valid for you. Also, it could be that when you go forward on this journey, it's going to open up more doors for you as well. And when you're attracting this soul tribe and community to you, it's going to open up more opportunities and just bring so many things your way. What does Professor Dumbledore, what do you want to say? What do our Ravenclaws need to know right now? What do you want our Ravenclaws to know? What do you want our Ravenclaws to know? Ooh. Ooh. And I love how it comes off of this feather here, even though Ravenclaw is actually supposed to be an eagle. But You got unexpected luck is coming your way for sure. Also, I think we need to take this one too. Being different isn't a bad thing, okay? Totally, Luna Lovegood. That's totally meant for you for sure. Know that it isn't a bad thing. And I think I said that earlier. Like, really learn to love and appreciate all that makes you you. Because, seriously, one of the best Ravenclaws is Luna Lovegood. And the next great adventure, Professor Dumbledore, at the back of the deck, is coming. And it's happening. Maybe this is your next great adventure. And you just have to finish it out. Take the action and do the dang thing. But that is seriously what I see for you, Ravenclaws. I'm going to leave your reading here. And I hope you really liked it, because this is totally new for me to do all oracle cards and do a reading for Hogwarts houses. So I hope you really enjoyed it. Please let me know down below with a comment how you enjoyed it, and if you want to see more or what I can do next time, if you want to see something different. Definitely would appreciate any kind of feedback, that kind of thing. I always take that into consideration. I really, really appreciate it. So go ahead and smash the like button, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the little bell notification so you don't miss a beat. I'm also going to go ahead and link my Patreon down below in case you're interested in joining our community over there, where we'll have exclusive pick-a-card readings not available here on YouTube, as well as like some live readings. And I do want to do some like Harry Potter type trivia stuff, something fun and cool there as well. I like to keep the vibe there, you know. I love Harry Potter. I'm truly a Potterhead, if you didn't notice. But yeah, I also just love doing tarot readings and things like that, using my gift to help others find the light and all of that things, find clarity. But yes, I hope you guys enjoyed it. That is where I'm going to leave you. And I will see you all very soon. Bye!